Hi and welcome to Made of Yarn podcast. My name is Lotte and I'm coming from Sweden. I'm sitting outside and I'm apologizing because my roof is making sounds and perhaps now and then cars will pass through here. I hope it's okay anyway. I will sit outside as much as I can. It's a lovely autumn day. It's the middle of September. I'm recording before the knitathon because I don't dare to do it, try it to send live. I twice at least, or 3 times perhaps, I made something wrong. So it's better for me to record earlier. And also because that we have sold our house, actually. That was decided after I said yes to do this. So we sold it and we'll be moving in October, November-ish into a small flat in town. From a big house where we lived, sorry for the cars, we lived over 31 years and raised 4 children. We will be moving me and my hubby to town, to a little flat. And a big problem was what I should do with all my yarns. Anyway, I will not bother you with that. I was thinking when I got the question if I would participate again, what subject? What should I talk about? I started my first times, 2 times around, I talked about, well, the benefits from knit and crochet when you have when you are sick in some way, with illnesses, if you have a chronic illness or mental or whatever, you know what I mean. And I can't talk about that every time, even though it's a great subject. We sat here in Sweden. Or should I talk first? I will make a pause. Perhaps you will wonder where I live in Sweden. I got that question before. If you think Sweden is a long country, I live on the east coast, about in the middle, in a town called Söderhamn. And on if you want to know, on Instagram I am Gjort av Garn. I will link everything down below. And if it's something that I forgot, please ask me, tell me I missed something. Then I forgot. Well, we had a time ago, we have one special here in Sweden who is great fixing online knitting groups. And she has been here also before once talking for herself. Marie-Louise, and her Instagram and YouTube channel is Mary-Lou Knitting. Well, now and then she makes groups so that we can sit and chat and knit, of course. And many times there is this question, what is your favorite or your dream project, something like that. But this time someone asked, have you thought about this to make knits for as a legacy, kind of? This woman, she's asked if we had this, not dream project, but something special to give to relatives, or so, as perhaps a legacy after us. And I never thought about that in that way. My brain started to think, and then I said to myself, that's a good subject for the knitathon. What can we do as a legacy, or I don't know if it's a correct word, but for others to inherit, or so to say. I will insert a photo of my mother here. I guess it's in the 70s. This was a common sight. She was knitting or crocheting or sewing or had an embroidery, whatever. But she had much. She did much craft. Sorry for the English. And not my children, but in my family, my brother's children, and so I'm so sorry. Have much blankets after her, and also cardigans, sweaters, and so on that she made. And well, you can see that I'm sitting and knitting on something also. I will talk about it soon. But I think it's just fun anyway to just give gifts to my family, to my not just my closest family, but my brother's families also. Well, that's my family. So I will talk about a little bit about blankets overall today. I don't have that much at home because I gave much away. And so I will show you some photos of it also. What I'm knitting on right now is blanket to it will be just a long blanket that I'm knitting in. I have a cone, here with a 2-ply yarn and 1 thread of something, and I will knit perhaps 1 meter more. I'm not quite sure, because my oldest brother and his wife today, when you see it, it was 2 days ago, October 2nd, they have been married 55 years. And I asked them, what do you like me to knit? Well, we don't need anything. Well, my sister-in-law said that. But I could do some, what's that in English? Some things that you hold your pots, you don't, pot holders. It can be that. So I made that. But I'm also knitting something more, Abbas. So in my mind, I said, well, you do need something. So I made socks for my brother and half mittens for my sister-in-law, and this blanket. 55 years is something special, isn't it? And I will put this away. My other brother and his wife, today, when you are watching this, October 4th, they have been married 45 years. And they said the same. We don't need anything. Well, you do, I said in my head. So I'm knitting gloves for my brother, not mittens, gloves. And my sister-in-law said she would like to have a hat that I made for her years ago, and it should be the same pattern but in another color. So I made that. So I made a blanket for them. I haven't cut the threads yet or blocked it, and I will insert soon also more better footage. But I will try my best. This is upside down. This is the Zigzag Zen blanket by Annie Jotinits, a Finnish knitwear designer. She designs garments and other things as this blanket. I will show you the best I can now. This is in DK weight, so not everyone, everything is sock yarns, but DK weights, double fingering or a plain DK weight. I hope they will enjoy it. My plan is that they will have it in the TV sofa. I guess it will be there. And I made one before for their oldest grandson, Edward. He is 12. Year ago, last year. I can show you a photo of that one. So you can see you can make it with so much fun colors. With different colors or just 2 colors. Whatever you like. So I made 2 of them and I will definitely make more of these ones. It's so fun to knit them. And I don't know if you can see, this is not a blanket, but it's a pillowcase that I test knitted for her. Also in this pattern, the zigzag Zen pillowcase. It's a little bit different on the other side. So that's gifts for October for my brothers and their wives. I will show you also photo talking about one of my brothers' grandchildren, but one of them have a granddaughter, Daisy. She's 5, and I will insert photos. And this is the Hansel hat by Gudrun Johnston. I made it for her as a baby, and so she still has it. The fun thing with this Hansel hat is that you can have it just like a blanket, but also if you turn it like a square, no, not a square, like a triangle, you can have it as a shawl also. So I thought perhaps she would have it when she grew up, but anyway, it's a fun knit. And Gudrun Johnson has this. She has made, I think she made something new with this pattern, so you can make it really big also. So that's also one of my plans to do as like a knee blanket or something you can have in the sofa. It's so much fun with blankets. You can do so much fun. So that's one of them. And talking about baby knits, I made years ago also. It was a test knit for a Swedish designer, Christine Blom. Not related to me, but I will insert the name. I can't remember that now. But it was a really fun knit with, you can see it, a little bit different. So I gifted that to a baby girl, and now she is 6 or 7, 6 I think. I had to check my notes, sorry. Also talking about my brother's grandchildren, I made another blanket for one of them, for Fred. He is now 9, but I just made something with, you can see, because they have last year they bought a caravan, and that can be really cold sub nights in that, and they last year, I think it was last year, we had here in Sweden for podcasters, those who wanted could do a square a month one podcast a month made a square, and then we could do a podcast blanket from it. I made one of them. I don't know which one, if I have it here, because I haven't put everyone together. In the end, they were different sizes, actually. So I made something. I can show you what I did here. Some different patterns for every month. So this one I have in the car, but it could be twice as big actually if I had every square. But they didn't fit, and I didn't have the energy or so to redo them. But it was really a fun knit. This was my contribution to it. The last one. But it's a fun because you can do so much together. You have this with memory blankets, and then you have memory blankets. You know, these memory blankets, you do squares and put leftovers from sock yarns and or whatever in that. But you can also do things, knit in memories. We have one, not we, in Norway there is, I watched, but in Norwegian also, only podcaster Gun Irene, that when she invited other podcasters, they have been sitting and knitting on a blanket. They could take whatever color they wanted and then just knitted on a, I should knit while I'm talking. So it was a striped blanket, just with memories then from other podcasters. So much fun. We have another. Here in Sweden, we have a podcaster, also just in Swedish. I will put in the name also. So if you know Swedish, you can watch her. She is making up just a blanket. But she had an idea this summer. Once a year, she and her knitting young daughters they have been knitting since they were about 6-7 years old, something like that. The girls, they are knitting like any adult. They are amazing. Anyway, once a year they invite many to their garden, and they are knitting and eating together. This year she told me, I can put in photos of her here also. Her name is Anna. And she asked those who were coming if they could bring about, I think it was about 3 grams sock yarns, fingering yarns, to bring to her. And in her basket you can see what she got. So that's also a nice memory blanket, kind of, because you are knitting in memories from that person, and you can think about that person and that situation, that when you then were that together that summer day, all of them, as a lovely memory. There is another Norwegian. Now and then there are two who they have this podcast also in English called Countryside Knitting, and one of them, Janne, she is a master of making blankets and everything else, but she makes them big and fast, and many of them, she both knit and crochet them. So that's a tip to check her out and and also, of course, her friend Merete. But Janne is an expert on blankets, really. Oh, sorry, it's my notes. I also have here, I think I showed this before, perhaps when I was knitting on it. So that's 2023, because this is a temperature blanket I made that year, and it's too big to show you here. So I will insert a film perhaps, so you can see, or a photo, so you can see the whole big thing. Just any minute. I will try to see. So for every square, every square is a month. So yeah, I have 12 of them. It's a backside. And then for every row it's a day. So this was kind of boring in the colors. Not much. And for every temperature there is a color. So that was 2023 years blanket, temperature blanket. I actually forgot to take here out. I was knitting one for, no, I'm crocheting one, another one for my oldest son. Perhaps I can insert photos. I can do that. I haven't done much, and I'm making it after the year he was born, 1990. My plan was to finish it this spring, but it was so much more with like this for others, and he doesn't know about it. I'm also crocheting, I forgot that also, for my oldest daughter, but she said it's not a hurry at all. She loves blankets. I will show you some footages of some blankets I made for her also, that she already have home, and others also, baby blankets. But first I will show you one I made for my youngest daughter Amanda, from her birth year 1999. I hope the quality is okay, because I had to, what is called, not refilm it from Instagram. I didn't have the film. I have deleted it already. So I hope the quality is. So and then also you can see her husband. He loves everything that is knitted. So he took it, and the scratchier it is, the more happy he is. So he fell asleep here outside in the sofa with it on him, and it was a hot day that summer. But I made another for him, and not a temperature blanket, but he got one of his own. If I have the photo, I will insert it here, that he got. It was a crocheted blanket. I haven't photo of everything, but I hope anyway that the persons who got it enjoy it. It's so much fun. I forgot almost. Yesterday I got a message. I'm sorry if it's too windy. I hope it doesn't bother you too much. I got a message from one of my nieces. I'm so sorry. And she sent me an SMS, and she said, "I thought of you she did her daily Bible reading and read in, is it in English, Proverbs? I'm not sure. In 31. I will insert it in English here. And you can see it was almost fun. And she said it was, first I laughed when she said she was thinking of me, that I'm clothing the whole family. But then I was so touched also, because well, they are really appreciated her. She and her husband, they are one of the most knitworthy people I know. So that was fun. So I have made garments for them and also blankets. One of the blankets is for them, and it's so much fun also with making blanket, because not this year, but much before, I loved to do natural dyeing, solar dyeing and so on, and it's so much fun. Yeah, this one, the end here, could be avocado or something. So the blankets are really personal, you can say. I hope that you will enjoy this, the rest now of this knitathon. I will. I know I will. I also forgot, actually, because keep your eyes open. We know every knitathon we have. Sorry, a bus again. We have this lovely Malene from the Playful Knitter playing the piano for us. But a couple of episodes ago, she was talking about that she's making a pattern for what is it called? Calendar yarns, do you say so? Or is it in Swedish now, with smaller amounts of yarns? So keep your eyes open for that one. I think she said it will be something in November for a blanket. Perhaps a new pattern for us. So much fun. But anyway, enjoy the rest of this knitathon. And Pia, thank you again for doing this for us. It's so much fun, and I'm so grateful that I got the question again. I wasn't participating this spring, but I'm glad to do it again now, and I hope it hasn't been too much disturbing from outside here for you. But knit and crochet, and don't forget to move around, do something for a blood circulation, and drink and eat something good. Have something to nibble on during this 24 hours knitathon. I wish you all the best, and thank you for watching and commenting, and you are welcome back. I actually have paused my English episodes myself. I did it for about 2.5 years, but then I since spring just in Swedish. But I will come back and also do English episodes, perhaps after I've moved. And that will be in 1 month about. So have the best of time. Bye.